What is pop? What is poppin', my people? And today we are back with another RBW5 video, but it's gonna be a little different one today because I've been playing a little ranked matches, and to be honest with you, I've been seeing y'all's bags, and might I say, that joint is not pretty. So I decided that I was gonna help y'all out a little bit by putting you on with the most in-depth keyboard, not controller. I don't know controller dribbles. You got me messed up. Keyboard dribbling tutorial. We're gonna show you ISO moves. We're gonna show you the holding moves, combos. We're gonna show you escapes, everything, bro. Everything is gonna be covered in this video. So make sure y'all tune in to the end, and please do like and please do subscribe. If you do want to see more content like this, do let me know in the comments below. And without further ado, let's get straight into the tutorial. First things first, I feel like I should mention this. If you do want to check the handle requirements, you know, to see what stat you need to do a certain move, just go to the help tab right next to settings, click advanced dribbling, and it'll cover every single one from switch handles to under double. We'll be going over every single one in this video, by the way, and I will put the stat like in parentheses like they be doing whenever I do the dribble move. So, you know, you can check it out here and you can check it out in the video. So, and then before anything, right, if you're just starting out and you feel like your dribbles feel a little too slow, or, you know, they're going a little too fast for you, make sure this gets changed. Do it to your comfortability level. Me personally, I mess with 2 or 0.2, you know. Go lower, go higher. Go lower, you have less margin of error. Go higher, you have more margin of error. You see what I'm saying? Like, the higher you go, the more room you have to, I guess, enter the key. That's basically what that is. You want to make sure you have an advanced dribbling, obviously. We're not crazy. Auto switch handles on false. Let's go ahead and get into the basics of the handles.
Sure, I'm trying to make it to heaven. Soldier of God, for the Lord I'm stepping. I just pray.
Starting with something simple, a jab step. This is just going to be off a pass. You're going to use this a lot. Trust me, I do all the time. I would be shocked if you really wouldn't, because it's actually a very versatile move. Because, for instance, I press Z, it looks as if I'm going left, right? Because that's the direction I point the ball. But then I could do a little hop step, get a little space. That wasn't a pretty shot, but you know what I'm saying? Like, the thought is what counts. Like, to be able to do that from a standstill position, you can really take advantage of your defenders, you know, playing back on the baited drive. So to do a jab step left, you want to hit Z. To do a jab step right, you want to hit C. Z, C, Z, C. And you can do handles out of a pass. Like, whenever you are in the triple threat, you can do handles. So, like, if you are at a standstill, you can do like a little ISO move, you know what I'm saying? Like, throw the defender off a little bit, but we'll get into that later, you know what I'm saying? So next up, probably one of the more important moves, surprisingly. So, is switch handles. Just H. It doesn't have like a specific hand where you have to do a specific key for a specific hand. It's just H. Just make sure that you remember all of your left hand dribble moves are going to be using Z, and then like a little bit of X and Z. And X and V. Z is for all the left dribble moves, and C is for all the right. All right, let's go into the actual dribble moves now. We have a hesitation dribble. That's for the right side. That would be C. And then left side would be Z. C, Z, C, Z. Okay. And if you want to, I guess, elongate the hesitation, just hold the input. So hold Z, hold C, hold Z, hold C. What that does is it gives you a little more room. You have a little more time to just, you know, switch up the speed, because that really does throw off defenders sometimes whenever you just do like a hesitation and then a quick spin. But I'm rusty, so I didn't really do it properly, but like something like that, and then you drive in, you know, it gets you an easy lane to the basket. So very versatile move. Moving on to the crossover. This is just going to be the same thing but opposite. Like I said, you want to make sure that Z is for left, C is for right, unless you're moving it into the opposite hand. So for the crossover, it would be C going into the right hand and Z going into the left hand. So when you have it in your left, you want to click C. When you have it in your right, you want to click Z. C, Z, C. Oh my gosh, C, Z. There we go. And the same thing with the input, bro. All you got to do is hold it to elongate it. I guess that's what you want to call it. But like, again, very versatile. Works a lot, especially if you have the flashy package. Like, look at the space I create. Look at that. Look at that. You can't tell me that's nasty. All right. Moving on to a little more, it's not really used that often unless you're like a sharpshooter. Just a step back, just a step back, just X. Doesn't matter what hand, just X, 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 X. I don't use this move, honestly, unless I like mistakenly hit it when I'm comboing, because when I'm comboing, I just get in the flow of things and I just start pressing random keys. I'm gonna be real with you. Like sometimes I like accidentally add it into my combos just unknowingly. It can work a lot because creating space going backwards is nasty, especially in this type of game. Personally, I don't use it a lot. You can use it a lot if you want to. You can add that to your bag, you know, mix that in with a little hop step, you know, get that James Harden that you had in RBW4. You can do that in RBW5 too. Mix that in with a little space creator. You got yourself a good amount of distance there. And then this is similar, the snatchback, except when you do the snatchback, it switches your hands, and I think it moves you a little bit further whenever you do it too. So just double tap X. Double tap X. Again, doesn't matter which hand. You just need to make sure that you remember which hand you're going into so then you don't forget. So you don't like mess up your combo. XX, XX, XX. Okay, moving on to a behind the back. This one, pretty simple. This includes 2 keys. Oh no, so scary. It's literally just ZX for your left, CX for the right. ZX, CX. You want to press these keys simultaneously. ZX, CX, ZX, CX. In the order that I'm saying, not at the same time. You do it at the same time, it's gonna be weird because it's gonna think that you're pressing X before C. You know, it's inconsistent if you do it at the same time. You want to make sure that you do it, you know, consecutively. So one more time, I'm sorry. CX, ZX. And remember, with the other 2 dribbles, you can still do the same thing with the elongated, I guess you want to call it. Just hold the input. Look at that space. Hold the input. Hold CX. Hold ZX. Hold CX. Hold ZX. And this one unlocks a lot of combos, especially on the flashy, bro. I use that move a lot. The hold behind the back, nasty, bro. Nasty in isolation, nasty in transition. It really is probably one of the more versatile moves, dribble moves in RBW5, to be honest with you. So make sure you use that a lot. I'm not gonna lie. All right, now we're gonna move into something a little more complex. It's not that much of a big deal though. This is gonna be the spin move. Okay, so this includes 3 buttons. All 3 buttons that we basically covered this entire video so far. C, X, and Z. In that exact order. When you're in your right hand, CXZ. But when you're in your left hand, it'll be the opposite. ZXC, CXZ, ZXC, CXZ, ZXC. You know, it takes a little bit of time to get used to, because using 3 fingers and making sure that you do it in like that order, you know, it takes a little bit of pattern recognition, you know what I'm saying? If that's even the right terminology for it, but like it really does, it takes a lot of time, because I used to not know how to do it for a while. Like it took me a year to learn how to do this. I'm gonna be real with you. But once you do learn how to do it, very, very versatile move. And I don't know if holding the input really does anything for this one. So don't worry about holding the input for this one. I think you'll just get a quick little spin either way. So there's not a hold input elongation for the spin move. I don't think. If there is, please correct me in the comments. All right, for the underside, we are introducing a new key, guys. Clap it up. Clap it up. Say your hellos and welcomings to the V key. Oh my gosh, but I only thought there was 3. Nope. You're done. Fooled yourself, bro. There's 4. Yup, we're including 4, buddy. Watch this. I made you with something crazy, bro. When it's in your left hand, ZV. Oh wait, no, I did it wrong. I'm sorry. VZ. You want to hit V, then Z. Again, consecutively. Not at the same time, because it's inconsistent. You will not always get the right, you know what I'm saying? Because there is another move that you can do that's the opposite that I'm about to cover in a second. But like right hand, VC. Left hand, VZ. Right hand, VC, VZ, VC, VZ. Again, this is also a move you can elongate, so just hold the input. VC, VZ, hold, VC, hold, VZ, hold. Okay. Next move, back hezzy. Very similar to the other one, except you're just doing the opposite thing. So when it's in your right hand, CV. Very, very good move, by the way. Just saying. Left hand, ZV. This also can be elongated, so hold the input for a longer one. I actually was holding the input by accident whenever I did showcase how to do it in the first place, so that's my bad. This is how to do it just quickly, and this is the elongated version. You can see there's a difference. So this is the back hezzy. ZV, CV, ZV, CV. Okay. If that one doesn't make sense, basically just try to remind yourself, I guess, that think about it this way. The way that your fingers are moving is the way that you're moving the ball, right? Like if you do CV, you see that your fingers go that direction. You see your fingers go the direction the ball is gonna go. If you do VC, the ball's gonna go under your legs. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense to y'all. But that's it for that one. Now we're gonna cover these little undersides. Or not undersized, but I don't know what they're called, but these are really good moves too, I'll be honest with you. So this one is just gonna be double tapping the V key. VV. Does not matter which hand you're in. VV, 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 VV. You can hold the input for this one too. VV, 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 VV. Be honest, I use this one a lot to coordinate it with my spin move combo. Probably one of the nastiest combos in RBW5. Don't argue with me, I'll always be right, okay? And, you know, really good move. Really good move. Use it when you are at the wing. Trust me, bro. At this general position, when you have like about, let's say, 2 feet of space away from your defender, that's a lot of space actually. You might just want to shoot it, but like, you know what I'm saying? If you do have that amount of space and you're like a slasher, I guess per se, hit that move and then hit it, and then hit him with like a little unexpected behind the back, but do like the hold input. So like something like this. I didn't hold the input, but you know what I'm saying, okay? Next move, basically the same move except you're going actually under the legs from the back instead of the front. So this one is going to be XV or VX, VX, VX. Doesn't matter which hand you're in, VX. This one is also a holdable input. Hold VX, hold VX, hold VX. There is a slight difference you can see. Hold VX, hold VX. This move, to be honest, I don't know why, but I just don't use it, right? Like maybe like in a crossover situation and my defender like I guess falls for the misdirection or something like that. Maybe when I'm trying to fake a drive into the lane to cut back out to the 3. I don't know. It really depends on the situation, I guess. You know, I usually just mix and match random handles when I combo. But sometimes you can include something strategical whenever you do dribble. So I think that's all of the... Oh, wait. I forgot about double. So moving on to the doubles, right? These ones are for like... These are probably the best moves that this is the best moves of your arsenal. I'm not gonna lie. So for the double cross on the right side, double tap C. Double cross on the left side, double tap Z. Double tap Z, double tap C. Double tap Z, double tap C. This is a hold input, by the way. Hold double tap C. Hold double tap V. Hold double tap C. Hold double tap Z. I really can't even explain it that much. It's just a nasty move. I use it all the time. I'm gonna be honest with you. Little spin action, you know, a little step back, another spin, something crazy like that. You know, I'll start a combo off with, you know, a double cross. It throws the defender off every time, by the way, because they think you're going one certain direction and then, oh my gosh, he's going the other way. Because usually when a person's guarding you, they expect you to dribble the opposite direction that you're running. Every time. Trust me. Listen, when you do a hesitation or a double cross, they literally flail every time unless they're an elite defender. And they just have the ability to read you like they're Gary Payton or something. But no dude in RBW5 has that ability, to be realistic with you. But anywho, Bertskis. Yeah, that's it for the double cross. Next, we're going to move on to something a little harder. I'm not gonna lie. It took me a long time to get used to this. For the under double, left hand, VZZ, VZZ. So you're just tapping V one time and then you're double tapping Z. Not that hard. I promise, it's not that hard. Just think of it as doing, I don't know, just, you're literally doing the underside, but you're adding an extra key. That's it. Adding an extra C, right? So that's it for that one. I think that you can actually hold the input on that. It's kind of hard to, but if you can figure that out, go right ahead, do it, man. You know what? That's a nasty move. You can hold the input on that. I can't seem to figure it out. I'm not the best ball hitter in the world, you know, but shoot, I should know if I'm making this tutorial. You know what? Whatever, bro. Okay. All right. Next up, double behind the back. This one is in my nightmares. Okay, because this is legitimately probably the best double move in the game. I'm not gonna say it's the best move in the game because that's definitely for the underside or whatever that move is called. I don't know what that's called, but this literally haunts my nightmares, bro. CXX, ZXX, CXX, ZXX. And I'm pretty sure you can hold the input on this. If not, please let me know if I'm wrong. I feel like with the double moves, it's kind of hard to hold the input, at least for the underside, under double side, and then oh my gosh, double behind the back. It's kind of difficult to do it because, you know, there's so many buttons being influenced. Like, it hurts my brain, you know what I'm saying? But that's all the dribble moves that need to be covered. If you do want to go back and check, you know, pause the video a little bit, make sure you get used to the handles. Go ahead, do right ahead. We'll wait, you know what I'm saying? We're patient, you know what I'm saying? Okay, now we're going to move on to something that I find really important. Combos.
Greatness, the only thing I can achieve like Jesus, I'm gonna ride.
So let's start off with something simple, right? A crossover into a spin. So if you remember from what I said, a crossover from your left hand is C. Oh, but you did a crossover and now it's in your right hand. So how do I do a spin from my right hand, Batu? Well, I'm so glad you asked. CXZ. That was not that. I didn't even do it right. I need to redo that. Okay. All right. Like I said, you know, right to your right, and then boom, spin move from your right. Do you see what I'm saying? Like once you get used to the basic handles, you can literally make up your own combos. Just sit in your gym for like 10-20 minutes, bro. You will come up with the craziest combos. Go on Bill Francis. Go on not Joshua Robbins. Go on Bill Francis. Go on Mike Johnson. Go on any of the dudes with initiator take, bro. Practice handles with initiator take. You will unlock the ability to do so many combos. Or just go on a build with 90 handles like Joshua Robbins. You'll immediately unlock the ability to, you know, have full access to any combo that you want. Just to let you know, 90 handles is the requirement to be able to do initiator take handles. Like, you know how you're able to unlock more combos whenever you do have the initiator take. That is blocked by 90 handles if you do want to do it without having to get the takeover. So, just to let you know. Also, something I should probably cover is stamina maintenance. I feel like this is a really important thing. I feel like if you want to dribble and you want to combo, at least have your tireless dribble there at silver to gold. I had it at diamond one point. It was the nastiest thing ever, bro. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. Everybody got mad at me, bro. I literally ran with these two other dudes. I was dribbling the whole shot clock out and I missed my shot every freaking time because I was having so much fun with my initiator take, diamond tireless, diamond freaking ankle breaker, diamond quick hand. It was like the craziest situation in my life, bro. I might make the build again, honestly, but yeah, but you get what I'm saying. You want to make sure that you have stamina maintenance whenever you do combo because it's really important, especially for shooting. That's for dang sure. Also, it tends to, you know, break even between your combos when you do get tired because, as you can see, a crossover alone takes... Here, let me show you. Actually. For example, this is Ken Turner with no tireless dribbler. Let's just see how much stamina a crossover takes. You see that big old chunk that just came out of his stamina bar? Do you see that big old chunk? Let's try an ISO cross. Do you see that big old chunk? Oh my gosh, wait. Your boy Batu forgot to cover the isolation. Isolation. Your boy Batu forgot to cover the isolation moves. Listen, basic handles. Everything I just told you, but hold shift. It works on behind the backs, crossovers, hesitations, between the legs, spins, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's all it works on, because every other move goes forward, or I don't know. That's all you need to know though. The double moves, you know, double crossover, you can do it on that too. You cannot shift or ISO double twin. You cannot ISO double behind the back. So I hope that covers the basis of all that you need to know for now. If you do have any questions for me, please do ask in the comments because, you know, I would love some feedback. I like seeing comments. I like seeing, you know, seeing y'all chat. You know what I'm saying? Brings me a smile to my face. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure that y'all, if you do have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm always open to responding. But again, this dribbling thing is mainly something that has to do with you, right? I can teach you the basics and I can teach you all this stuff that I just taught you and you can apply this to your game. And I really hope this does help. Because, you know, I feel like there's a lot of people that don't really understand the handles quite yet because, you know, he did add the new mechanics with the holding inputs and stuff like that. You know, it's a little confusing, right? So, yeah, I'm really glad that y'all were able to tune into this video. And thank you so much for watching. God bless. Have a nice day. And make sure to pray. I don't know. Bye.
Wake up, gotta thank God, he done made stuff clear, I had to open my eyes. Really can't trust anything she says, she keep on telling me lies. Gotta thank God for the gift he gave me in my